Hi, hello everyone. How are you doing? So, my name is Giovanna, and I'm going to be here with you, teaching you a little bit of the knowledge that I have been getting through the years working with augmented reality and virtual reality. And I think the most important topic that I would like to bring up to you during the workshop today is that we should observe as much as possible the surroundings that you will be visiting, because I think the major thing about this workshop is how we can activate places, how we can make the digital experience appropriating the on site and not only the online. So this video is just a short introduction before we really start the workshop by itself, per se, right? And this introduction is for you to know a little bit more of myself, and then we can progress in the next phase of the workshop after your tour to really go to the tools that you're going to use and the methodology that you're going to implement. So, my name is Giovanna Graziosi Casimiro. I'm half Brazilian and half Italian, and I have been studying research, academic research, and in universities about heritage and digital mediums for a while now. I started in 2009 as a multimedia artist, so it was just a bachelor's in fine arts. And at that point, I was very much interested in video installation and how to really work with technology from the theoretical perspective doing research. And after my bachelor's, I started my master's in art and technology. That was the point when I decided to really start to go into the museological space. And my major dissertation, the dissertation of my master, was exactly about how we can implement AR experiences in the exhibition places, not only exhibition places of museums, but art galleries. And then I kind of try to understand all the flows they happen when the place become part of the medium, right? If things around you are triggering objects and 3D information and digital layers, then kind of the geolocation, the place you are in, become some sort of trigger. And after that, because I was already studying the condition of that space and time in the art exhibitions and the historical exhibitions with digital devices, I kind of merged my research into the public space. And that's where I am. That's where I am. I am in my PhD right now, and the title is The City as Museums Interface, in which I try to propose a concept of open source heritage. So this is, I think, my major hypothesis, trying to propose that if we live in an era where we are producing memory all the time and we are generating visual narratives all the time, geolocated, not only with AR, I'm talking about Instagramming, Snapchatting, and Facebooking, whatever the verbs you want to create with the social media names, but we are so engaged in creating memory daily basis. Why we're not thinking how we're going to manage this memory, who is really curating our understanding and our sense of remembering. And at the same time that we have all the tools we want to kind of remember everything, we are stuck into certain big companies that deal with big data, like Google, for example, that allow us to do amazing things, but in return, we give all these memories, including the memories we are not aware of. So all this political tension is basing my research, and of course, on the side, I am providing consultants and working for one specific company in Finland that has been developing several projects using VR in high resolution and amazing quality. And at the same time, VR experiences that involve the immersive interactions in the urban space related to history, related to museums, and kind of feed my desire of understanding not the theoretical, but the practical side of the things that I am studying right now. So when I proposed this workshop, lots of things happened. I was planning to be in person. It didn't happen. Then we kind of finding solutions. But this workshop called Urban Noises was originally made one first edition before in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in which it was more targeting public art. So it happened in the partnership of the City Hall of Sao Paulo. And I brought MIT students that were researching AR for street art. And I invited several street artists from Sao Paulo to all collaborate together to generate interactive murals using AR. And that was an amazing experience. And when I proposed to do the same in Palermo, me and Vito, that I appreciate a lot being here helping us, he sort of gave me some directions and we discussed about the possibilities on the sites. And I felt that more than bringing the discussion about street art and augmented reality, Palermo has so much history, and sometimes history gets obsolete if you don't activate the places and the sense of belonging. So, because of that, we decided to work with the interior parts of the Chiara Montesteri, the Palazzo, in which you can find several very graphic images that they have lots of meanings. And I think they are so interesting because they activate our imagination to go back into the past, but at the same time, they make us remember that the time is passing and they're like not fully there, right? So you have parts of these images that are not there anymore, but that remembering that memory is still marked in that walls. So our idea is to appropriate that place, to use augmented reality to tell something. And of course, we thought about the idea of using another very iconic mural, which is the mural located at the airport, which I think it's very, very iconic, considering that it is the representation of very important figures in the local history, which is the Falcone e Borsellino mural. And based on that, I created three different, very basic implementations of AR that you could even try to interact with these locations that I will show you today, very soon. I will share my screen and then you'll be able to see that. So I think what we should really understand is that I'm here to help you guys to understand this basic tool that you're going to use. It's a very simple tool that I have been using as an artist, and it does not involve coding at all. It does not involve complex processes or lots of coding logics. It's a very facilitated tool. And like, I don't work for them, it's just because I feel it's very easy to allow my creativity to be implemented and to make it materialized. So that's why. And I asked already everybody that is registered to download it previously with 24 hours.